have a partner because you need someone to help guide you through this, I give you the okay on that. But you need to have the same kind of sources, the book that we've been using, the article or editorial that you've been choosing, and at least 2 outside sources. If you have a partner, your partner needs to do something completely different. I can't see the same thing going through. So again, if you have a partner, they need to be arguing it, if anything. So you guys want 2 different viewpoints on this. So list your 4 outside sources here on May 15th. Okay, so remember that MLA Works Cited, like you did with that you will be doing with your social media thing. You're going to be doing the same thing here. So you can just copy and paste it and put it in your final assignment. All right, this is showing me that you know how to do MLA format. So on this, I want your 4 sources, MLA format, cited for all of them, alphabetical order. If you are talking about these sources, I want a signal phrase that assumes ignorance and establishes authority, right? So assume that people don't know who this author is. Or what this information is, bring in the authority, let them know who this person is. Even if it's our book that we've been using, even if it's a celebrity or a doctor we've heard of a million times, I want you to assert their authority so we know who this person is. So 1 sentence summary for each source. So I want you to show me, if you've had my English 2 class, we call this a source summary. It's not going to be the same. I'm going to let you just kind of, fill this out as you wish. In my English 2, it was very, set in a certain way. But for this, all I need is for each source, I want you to summarize who the authority figure is, who the person is, and then what is it that they are saying that you feel you need this article for. Like, why are you using this article is pretty much what I'm saying. So you'll have a total of at least 4 paragraphs to explain each one of these sources. So 1 sentence summary from each source and at least 1 quote or phrase or even a paraphrase from each source. So you're going to be using this information in your article anyway, or your discussion essay anyway. So why not do it now, right? So show me what information you're using for your essay. Okay, all of this turn in online. Super easy. This is going to show me that you know what you're doing and kind of guide me, and it also helps me see that you're going somewhere with this assignment. Do not wait till the last minute. You don't want to fail this, so just keep that in mind. Okay, last but not least, the assignment itself. So the assignment itself is pretty much our last assignment. It is due on May 19th. But I think I have it available until May 28th in case for some reason you have questions. So that's it. That's our final assignment. And I'm going to go through it really quick to kind of help you understand what it is truly that I am looking for. So I want this to be fun for you. I want you to pick a topic that you're passionate about. I want to write about this. I feel the urge to argue. That's fine. I just want you to be able to do that with something that inspires you. So pick a topic you want to discuss, okay? Turn that topic in on, what is that date? May 8th, okay? So what I want you to do is pick an article and editorial, but I don't want you to argue about what makes it a good or bad article. Does that make sense? Like, I don't want you to argue about it being a good or bad article. I want you to look at the choices made by the author and go over them. Does that make sense? So this is a bad article. No, I want you to say, these are the choices that the author made, and let me tell you why they are fallacious. Do you see how that works? So it's not an argument. It's showing where their choices might have gone in the wrong direction. Okay, we're trying to utilize the information that we've been learning in class and apply them. Right? See what I did there? Okay. So example, whether their choices were moral or ethical, whether they were based on reality assumptions. We talked a lot about that in class. Do they use faulty deductive or inductive reasoning? Are they manipulating others through language? What? Been covering that. Or have they show fair-mindedness? Okay, where are they going with this? Based on the information that we've been reading in class. You might argue about the message or the meaning of the work, right? So don't go, this is a terrible article. That's not what I'm looking for. I want you to show me where the author went with it. I'm hoping this it works for you when I'm trying to explain it. Again, so I want you to show me where this author went with this. Like, where did they go? Was it, was it fallacious? What kind of language are they using? Is it manipulative? Like, I want you to show me that you know why this is a good, or why this article is doing what it's doing. That's what it is. Not that it's good or bad, but what is the article itself doing? There we go. Hopefully that helps you. Again, make sure you're using a topic that you're passionate about, because it just makes it a bit easier to find information. What point are you trying to make after reading your particular article? What are you trying to say here? What fallacies, issues, or inconsistencies are you finding in this work? You see this everywhere, all the time, There's always bias somewhere out there, whether it's unconscious or conscious, it's out there. Okay, I put steps here, so hopefully this will make it easier for you. For step 1, I just want you to formulate a point of your argument. Once you've decided on the topic, what's your point? What are you trying to make here? What are you trying to make after reading your article? And what issues, fallacies, or inconsistencies are you finding in this work? What's the point? Okay. Step 2, two supportive sources that are outside of the article. Things that will validate what you're trying to say on whatever side. Okay, so if you're doing a topic of homophobia in the 80s, one of the sources you might be actually analyzing homophobia itself, or its influence on people or the society or whatever. I don't know. That would be on what you would want to do. And then another source would be something about maybe there's the fear of AIDS, which maybe there's a correlation. I don't know. Right? So you want two completely different items that are going to correlate together and make your point. Okay? Not something obscure where you're like, oh, here's this. I'm just throwing in some random source. I want you to really thoroughly understand what you're looking for to validate. And again, those sources you're talking about in the assignment beforehand, and you're explaining why they are important. That's what I need to see. Okay. Let's see here. When you bring in outside sources, don't forget to put in a clear signal phrase. And again, you want to give authority to who that author is. So tell us, why do we want to listen to this source? Who is this person? And are they the right authority to make a comment? Okay. All right, step 3, you will choose 10 vocabulary words. Big surprise, okay, from our book. And I want you to use it during your discussion, okay? Don't just throw in a word just because you think it needs to be thrown in there. Utilize it to validate your point, right? Show that you understand the meaning of these words and to give you more validity, all right? Use at least 3 words from chapter 9. So 3 at least from chapter 9. And the rest of the words should come from at least 4 of the other chapters. The words must be used correctly and in context. So don't just throw in a word because you're like, oh, I got to use these. Use them for a reason, okay? So grading criteria, it's actually really easy. If you're passionate about this topic, you were like, I'm fine, I got this. I just need an appropriate topic, something that is going to be, what's the word? Something that you can, I don't know. I'm going to have to see your topics before I say what we can and cannot use. So just something that's appropriate for the topic that we're, for the discussion itself, okay? Throw in your vocabulary list. Again, you can asterisk the ones that you're probably going to have to define for some of the readers. The assumption is that, your readers are kind of, ignorant in what these terms are. Not everyone's in this critical thinking class. You might have to give some information to them. You want well-supported argument about the approved topic, okay? So I want you to use the depth of your critical thinking to support your arguments about what this author is doing in their article, right? So say, I see what they're saying, but this is what they're doing, right? Okay. Use at least 2 fallacies. That's awesome. I love the fallacies. Fallacies are my favorite. You can go back in that list under pages is all of our fallacies. You can go back to the PowerPoint that I made, so the videos that I have. So there's a lot of ways you can go back and remind yourself of the different fallacies. Don't forget a clear explanation or a summary of the article or editorial. I want you to show me that you know what this article is about. Okay. Again, organization of ideas and discussion with strong openings and closings. So, like, give me the information. Like, what is your topic? What's the thing you want to talk about? Talk about the actual article. Show me where they're making fallacious or manipulative moves, and at the end, give that quick, and this is what we found based on all this. This is again my main point. Use of signal phrases. Don't forget to credit your sources. Establish authority. That's really important because we need to know that where you're getting your information and who these people are that you're listening to. Why are you listening to them? Why should we listen to them? Main point. Okay. So who's the source? Why are they worth listening to? And don't forget our author at least once. Okay. Don't forget to give authority to her at least once. Obviously in the very beginning of when you bring her in. Okay. And lastly, I want you to have a good demonstration of critical thinking skills. Weird how that is what I'm looking for most in a critical thinking class in your final culminating experience assignment. Okay, and don't forget a correct use of vocabulary words and fallacies. So I really want you to have fun with this. I know this is stuff that's kind of due in a month, but now's the time because we've got an assignment due on the 8th that you already need to have a topic aside from your social media thing. So I don't know how these might bleed together. Maybe something will spark you, like, ooh, I have got to argue this. And that's totally, totally fine. I do not want, though, you to use the social media one as your final discussion. I want the discussion to actually be an article because I want there to be a lot of information that you can address and talk about and see where people have made fallacious statements. So, all right. If you have questions, feel free to email me. I know I've been pretty bad about getting to you right away. Life has been absolute chaos, and I know a lot of you actually ended up picking up jobs, and now you're working with family, and we're all just kind of like, Ellie, how do I do this? It's not the same world. I am completely understanding of that, so I hope you guys are understanding too. That takes me a little bit longer. I promise you won't drown. If you're missing assignments and you need to turn something in, you just have to email me. Have the assignment done. Don't wait for me to open it to do the assignment. Have all of your assignments done. Make a note. Say, hey, I need these open. And I'll try and get to that. Make sure I get it open to you as soon as possible. This weekend, I've got 3 days where I should be able to get them as much graded as I can. So, yeah, I'll do what I can. Again, my schedule has been absolutely bad shit. All right, doing my absolute best. And so far, the work I'm seeing has been really good. You guys are stepping up your game. I'm seeing, again, that MLA format looks fantastic. Just kind of keep in those habits. Don't lose the habits of being organized and, critical thinkers. I'm seeing a lot of people, you're stepping up that game from where you were at before. So keep that up. I don't know if it's the time or the ability to sit and think. Whatever it is, keep it going. Don't panic. Don't panic. If for some reason you thought, I'm going to drop this class, but you're realizing you might have a little bit more time to get things done, let me know, and I will do my best for you. So anyway, miss all of you very much. Hope this was helpful, and I'll get this posted for you right away, and I wish you all luck. I'm very excited to see what you have to read. All right, guys. Bye.